Is that okay? Let me ask you this, because free FLPs. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. We've talked about it, but yeah, those FLPs have helped a lot of people. Obviously, some people use it for the wrong purposes. They'll
Yeah.
bounce it out, and we know that was like the rage, especially when like 789 started coming out. People were doing all that stuff, but the FLPs, is that why you're willing to share your FLPs? And for people who don't know, in your WhatsApp group, you've shared FLPs. I don't use FL Studio, and I have seen your FLPs, and they've helped me quite a bit. Is that why? Is it because you didn't have those things, so it's like your way of giving back?
I think one of the reasons, yes. I think FLPs, free FLPs are like they're good and bad, of course, as you said. It can be used to make your music better, to learn, or can it be used to change some MIDIs and then release a track? Oh, you know how it is? I had so many, me and Sabers probably. We have so many copies out there from, but
Yep.
but that's our fault too, because if you go to X mode, they will not give you FLPs. And maybe they are right. Maybe they are right. They're doing their thing and it makes sense. Many producers will never give you a free FLP, or they're going to do like a specific FLP to give away that has zero of their sounds. So what KEVU and Sabres did, maybe it looks bad for some people, but you also have to remember one thing. We all started somewhere. And when I started, I had nothing to hold on to. So it's so much, like, I feel so good when I get a message saying, yo, bro, from your FLP, I made this track. And I listen. And there's some samples, of course, there. But the idea is it changes a lot of shit. So I'm happy that guy was able to finish a track because I helped him. I would love to have that back in the day when I started. So yeah, that's the main reason that I do it. It's not to, uh, going to be totally straight. It's not to look good. It's not to make, oh, it's the people's man. Because if I give a concert, the people that have my free FLPs, they will not buy tickets for it. I have to sell tickets to the normal Joe that goes out and doesn't make music. Maybe 1% of the people there are my fans that make music also, but 99% are just fans. So it's not to look good or to be big or whatever, because you will never feel full like a arena with small time producers that follow your music. It's mainly to help people, and I think that's one of the things we can leave like on Earth when we go away, is like a legacy of this guy was helped by me. This guy also was inspired by me, and that's what I try to do. But maybe I went a little bit too far. I can say that.
Oh man, I tell those Kev, those are infamous, man. Because yeah, and a quick story about myself that definitely helped me. I don't use FL Studio. We've joked about that on the show because I'm an Ableton guy, right? And but like, I didn't know how to do super saws until I saw yours. I still don't know how to use FL Studio. I don't know how to export it or anything like that. But I remember seeing like these super saws. It was from the Night King. That's what it was.
Yeah, with
The
Sandro,
Night, or
yes.
no, Championship Sound. No, Champion Sounds. That's what
Champion
it
Sound
was, dude.
with Sandro too.
If you guys, that song is I'm gonna go listen to it after this. That song is fucking gas. Those super saws, I swear to God, this is the story about that. Future Heroes of Big Room, Volume 1, that comes out, right? And that song Champions is on that Future Heroes of Big Room. So I hear these super saws, and I go to my wife at the time, and I was like, look, at my funeral, this is the song I want you guys to play at my funeral. Those are so inspiring. I swear to God. And then about a month later, no, it's a little bit time later after the song's released, in your group, you were like, hey, if you guys, I'm gonna give away an FLP, which one do you guys want? And you gave that one away. And that changed everything for me because I saw how to do super saws and I put them in a track and I got it signed, my first track signed with Intensity. And it was because that FLP, even though I'm not an FL user, that was like the absolute like changing point. Like that changed my whole trajectory seeing how you worked in FL.
That's the goal, and I'm happy. I think at the time you sent me the track, but that's the main
Yeah,
goal.
yeah, I
Like,
sent it to you.
even though it's giving my sounds away, I also am trying to get new sounds every time. So the ones that I'm giving away probably are sounds that I will not use again. But I did, like I said, at the time, maybe during COVID, I gave too much away just because,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, just because it get too easy for people to copy it, you know. But at the end of the day, I think if you're gonna copy and make a track, even if you can get it released, people will comment and say, yo, this sounds like KEVU, bro. So you will never get too long, you know. So the people that
We've seen that.
that happened. That happened before.
Yeah.
I've seen it
And
many
then,
times.
no, it's funny you say that because I just thought about this. Those guys that were copying in 2020, I don't hear about those guys anymore.
Exactly.
Right? Like, I remember they would sign to like a track to like Harmer Records, like just really small labels. And I'm starting to think about it. I'm like, dude, that guy's not around. That guy's not around. Like, I remember this. Now, you're right. Like, it's just not sustainable to do all that.
But the guys that use it well, I'm sure they are still out there.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So, end of the day, I think like the industry filters itself out.